What's up, guys? It's Mike.
It's Dan.
We talk a lot about challenges people go through in life, and I love stories like this because I love stories of people who might have been dealt a bad hand through life, but they still persevered. They still had a good outlook on life, and they continue to march on through. And despite the challenges, they lead a fulfilling life.
Yeah, definitely. And this particular young gentleman, he's really inspiring. 23 years old, this gentleman named Li Longbiao.
Yeah.
He was born in a small village in Guangdong. And basically, when he was born, he had a tumor in his back, in his spinal cord. And not only did the doctors, they tried to operate on it, but not only did they not remove it, but he suffered permanent damage to his legs. So the rest of his body kept growing, and his legs stayed the same, but now he can't even use them.
Yeah. So
he has to use crutches wherever he goes. And keep in mind, guys, people who have disabilities in China is unlike, for example, America. If you guys didn't know about this, but America puts a lot of attention into creating equality for people. So they'll build, every building you go to, there's codes.
Handicap access,
Handicap access, codes in the city where you need to give handicap access to people. You can never discriminate. You can't fire someone because they're disabled. But in China, I do have to say, there's not a lot of sympathy towards disabled people.
Almost zero.
Almost zero.
Yeah. And regardless of whether it's the official capacity or a social capacity, there's almost zero sympathy for disabled people. Like people, like he said, when he was growing up, people literally just made fun of him his whole life.
Okay. Not only that, so he got made fun of, right? Yeah. He got made fun of for being disabled. I mean, think about that for a second. Think how bad that is. But we know when we're doing these stories, but disabled children, when they're born, gets just dropped off in the street or a center. Yeah. So parents, it's not that they don't want a child, but it's so hard to raise a child in that environment, money-wise, and also the fact that they're gonna be ridiculed their whole life. So he was ridiculed. He was one of those kids. Like, at first it affected him, but then, he was really strong, like you said, and this is the inspirational part comes in where he keeps on going. Not only that, but he gets into a really good school.
Yeah, which is, if you don't know, guys, getting into good high school is really difficult in China. It's not like here where it's like high school is about the same unless you go to a prep school or something. Correct. But in China, like these are public schools, and they're like, it's hard to get into some of them. And college, I mean, don't even think about it. Like, I think most people, not most, but maybe half or a little less than half of people who go through the school system doesn't go to college in China. Right. And he makes it to a nice college, and that's really already really difficult. Right.
And the best part is, not only has he gotten to a really good school, but now the ridicules are gone because he's so confident in himself. Yeah. He has friends. He can't, for example, like he still needs help if he goes to the cafeteria. Okay, but everything else, like he's very self-sufficient. You can tell, I mean, this is just a person that's not gonna let anything get him down. Whereas in a country where this is easily one of the reasons why, for example, people commit suicide, or when parents decide to drop their kids off and abandon them. And that's the reality, guys. So, I mean, just last year, there was a guy who was in a wheelchair who traveled all across China to raise awareness about disabilities. So I think he's doing the same, and I think that people should know about the conditions there because it's really poor.
I really love stories like this because it gives you some perspective, right? Like you're having a bad day, like your boss yelled at you, you got a flat tire on the way, you might have got a fender bender or whatever. But I mean, like sometimes we even give up hope from that, like, oh my God, I'm gonna kill myself because I got a flat tire today. But here's a guy who literally is going through such a tribulation throughout his lifetime in a country that has no sympathy for this kind of thing, and be able to weather his way through all that and be able to succeed in life. That's such an inspirational story, and I love stories like this.
Definitely.
Hopefully this brought you guys some inspiration, gave you guys some hope for the future. I don't know. Anyway, hope you liked it. Thanks for watching.
Thanks, guys.
See you.
Bye.